What's up guys, welcome back to some more Eldrazi Broodscale combo in Modern. Today we're splashing red for some Writhing Chrysalis action. So this card's seeing play in Eldrazi Ramp, other Eldrazi iterations, so why not try it here? So let's go over the main deck, and then we'll talk about the pros and cons of why you should be playing Writhing Chrysalis. So because we're splashing red, we have 4 Grove of the Burn Willows and 3 Carplusian Forests. We're not running any prismatic endings, so you definitely want to be playing some more red sources, that way you can actually cast your Chrysalis. Other than that, everything's pretty standard with your double Boseiju, Cavern of Souls, Temples, Forests, and 4 Urza Saga. For our 1-drops, we have our Ancient Stirrings, Blades. Our flex spots for our 1-drops are Haywire Mite, Soul Guide Lantern, and Springleaf Drum. We're not running any Delighted Halfling. I haven't been running that card in a while. I don't run it in paper, and I'm not running it now, especially to make room for the Chrysalis. So you might argue, if you're playing a 4-drop, why are you getting rid of the ramp? I just don't think it's necessary. Like, you're not really trying to ramp into Chrysalis. You can ramp into your combo, which can be nice, but the format just has so much removal, and it's a terrible top deck, and I'm just not really into it. For our 2-drops, we have our Broodscales, Rumbles, 2 Agatha Soul Cauldron. I haven't been too high on this card, but it is nice main deck Graveyard Hate, and combos really well with Walking Ballista. We have our Fleshrakers, Walking Ballista, Kozilek's Command, 1 Emrakul. I still like having that 1 Emrakul in the main. Pairs really well with a Malevolent Rumble. You don't need to run Emrakul, this can be any other flex spot. You can actually even move this to the sideboard if you really want to. But 1 of's not going to hurt anything. And if we did get rid of this, then we'd probably just add another 1-drop for Saga target. So back to Chrysalis. Chrysalis is main deck aggro hate. It really helps with the burn matchup, it helps with Prowess. It can just kind of stonewall those creatures. It helps ramp us if we need to. It makes spawn tokens, so that way we can combo off more easily with Broodscale, and we don't actually have to adapt it. So those are some of the pros. The cons are that it is Gruul colors. So it can be a little awkward on your mana base if you don't have your red and green mana. I've also found that sometimes you don't want to be pinging yourself, sometimes you don't want to be giving your opponent life because you're trying to be on the beatdown plan, so that can be awkward as well. And then lastly, this can make sequencing kind of awkward, because you want to be casting it early, so you want your temples, your groves, and your forests out, but then you also want your sagas out if you want a quick blade. So sometimes you have to decide if you want to get your saga going early, or if you want to cast your Chrysalis. Moving on to our sideboard, we have 2 Dismember for removal, 3 Thief of Existence, mainly for Karn, but other problematic permanents, 3 Veils for control decks, 2 Nature's Claims for artifacts and enchantments, 2 Soulless Jailer for graveyard decks, Vexing Bauble for free spells, Pithing Needle for activated abilities like Karn and Boseiju, and then 1 Grafdigger's Cage for graveyard decks. So that is Gruul Eldrazi Broodscale combo in Modern, trying out Writhing Chrysalis in the main. As always, I want to remind you guys about becoming a YouTube channel member. You'll get access to a lot of cool perks like loyalty badges, cool emotes, and early access to videos like this one. And lastly, if you're interested in joining Mana Traders, you can save up to 25% on your first subscription. All that information is in the description below. So if you want to see more Eldrazi content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and let's get in the gameplay. Alright, welcome to match 1 on the play. This is a 1-lander, but it's like a really good 1-lander. I don't think we can be greedy. Let's try throwing this back. Alright, it's not as good, but it's like fine. We'll put back Ballista. We'll try the Chrysalis out. Let's go Temple Go. You could go turn 1 Ancient Stirrings as well, but I don't mind saving these to find the other half of the combo. The longer you wait to cast Stirrings, the better they get. Sacred Foundry untapped. This Burner Energy. Okay, Chrysalis is really good into this. That first hand would have been amazing into this. Draw Forest. Let's go Grove into Rumble. Don't find much. Haywire Mite can be good for Goblin Bombardment. Everything else kind of sucks, huh? Probably just taking the Forest, actually. Just like a painless green source. Hoping they don't go wide with Guide Pride. They play Heath, crack it, get a Plains, get him for 1. Voice of Victory, okay. Kind of like the best case scenario there. It's going to be annoying next turn, but the Boseiju, not a good draw either. Go Forest, play out Chrysalis, make some spawn. So this would be a nice blocker. So if they really want to get in with Voice, they're going to have to kind of sacrifice it. These Ancient Stirrings really have to find something good. They move to combat. They do get in with Voice, mobilize 2. They're going to pump it. They are going to pump it. Let's move to blocks. I'm not going to pump it enough to kill it. I'm just going to pump it enough to trade. And we're going to block first before we do that, because if they want to kill it, we're already blocking it, so we won't take damage. This is fine. I'll see if they want to spend a discharge on it. Oh, they do have the bombardment. Damn. So now they get to sack and kill that if they want. Yeah, I guess we'll do all this anyway. Kind of annoying how that worked out. So if we knew they had that, we would have just pumped this all the way. Sack it again. What happened? Oh, we didn't let that resolve. Yeah, we cracked that. We cracked that in response, and then they just pinged it. That's my bad. All right, well, that was a disaster. They have like a nice little combo right here, and we have nothing. Blade, Ancient Stirrings, finds Broodscale, go Forest. Wish we had a payoff, because I think we have to wait. Cast Stirrings again. We have to like wait. I want to cast these on our turn. There's Fleshraker and Ballista. Let's take the Ballista. All right, let's just pass, I guess. Yeah, it's so awkward. One-Swept Heath. So they get in with everything. I'm trying to think if I want to kill this Goblin Bombardment now. So this is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think we have to do this now. Because they could hit us down to like 6 and then ping us, like almost killing us. So they do all this now. Hit us down to 8. Find a Soul Cauldron. We would have liked that, I think. Nah, probably not. They have another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to 3. And this just like wrecks us, so we can't even like combo off. Yeah. Damn, they just kind of had the nuts, huh? Alright, against energy, we want Dismember. You can bring in Needle for Bombardment or Johnny. Emrakul's not the greatest, again. Fleshraker dies very easily, so we can take out some of those. I think, like, at least, like, one Thief is probably solid. I'm gonna try that. Alright, game 2. There's another one-lander that's pretty solid overall. It has the combo. But again, one land, we got them all. This hand's less good, but we will keep. Back Needle, start with Grove, and pass. Both of those 7s each game were, like, amazing, but having to mulligan sucks. They go Sacred Foundry into Guide of Pride. Kill the monkey. There's a Saga. Guess we'll play that. Don't have to run out the Broodscale right now. Guide, and just pass. Temple's a really good pickup. So now we can just play that and pass. We can make a Construct, or we can just probably maybe get rid of this, maybe make Spawn and Surveil, or Scry. They get him for 1. We kind of want them to just go Flage pass. Molten Rain. Okay, well that sucks. So now we need to find a blade here. We do not. Land. When we find a blade there, okay. Not bad. Fortunately, we don't have a payoff. So let's just go Temple, Broodscale. We can make a huge Broodscale, but it's not gonna... I mean, if they destroy it, then we're just screwed. Maybe they'll just concede to this. So we'll just make it pretty big. But they can just like static prison it and it's not gonna matter. Nah, we'll just pass. Hoping for no static prison, hoping for no wear tear. Ocelot Pride. They can give this flying, which would be annoying. Into a Johnny. So yeah, now they can give a flying. We can't attack because that'll flip a Johnny. We need to just find a payoff. K Command or Fleshraker, Ballista. We have a lot. They pump this. We go to 10. We have like 2 turns maybe. There we go. It's like a 25% chance, I'd say. Let's just pump this up and Welcome Ballista them to death. Damn, their curves both games have been like insane. Ragavan into Guide, Molten Rain, Pride of Johnny. This is like what you want to see from the energy side. And instead of pinging them for a bunch, we can just ping the board and then just swing in. They might just concede to the Ballista, we'll see. Just ping this. It's only like 5 pings instead of 1,000. Okay, and they concede. Cool. Glad we beat that curve. That's kind of why you want Walking Ballista, because it's like still fine. Like X equals 1 is usually good against like a small creature match like this. I think I am going to take out Thief and submit that. If they have the Goblin Bombardment, then like so be it. It's just like a one of here. Ballista affects the board and it's a win con. Alright, final match, and this is again the third one-lander, the third time we have to mulligan. These hands. We are going to keep this, even though it's not fantastic. We have Stirrings to dig for something. Put back Beseju. Keep our red source. We have Dismember for their turn 1 play, or turn 2, I guess. They keep a card on top. We'll just Stirrings turn 1. We're not going to hold up Dismember. A lot of great hits. Temple, Kozilek's Command, Blade. All of these are really good. I think I'm going to take the Kozilek's Command. Because next turn we can Rumble into Dismember. We can just Rumble pass. This is like the highest payoff. Let's see if they just go with Johnny here. Guide of Souls into Ragavan. See, now this is tough. Do you want to kill Ragavan or Guide of Souls here? Start with a Rumble. Cool, we find a Temple. That's huge. And I guess we're just going to like block and kill Guide, depending on if they play something first or attack. Do we care if they get an energy? I'm going to say no, because I still want to block, sack, kill Guide. Block here. Dismember. Or do we dismember Cat so they can't make cats? Like Ballista can kill Cat eventually. K Command. Yeah, let's just kill Guide. Let's go to 16. They do make a Cat. There's a Saga. So let's just go Temple. I guess Temple pass. We're going to... Oh, man, what do we do here? Are we killing Ragavan and making Spawn? Or Scry drawing? Let's see. I think we're going to Scry draw. As much as I want to like make Spawn, block sack, let's just do this. Again, we can ping this at some point. Bottom. Ancient Stirrings could be good. Yeah, let's keep Ancient Stirrings. They have a Johnny. Dismember. So we can Dismember Johnny. We can ping Ocelot Pride. Start with Saga. Sucks that we have to Ballista this. Do we think they have a Galvanic Discharge here? I feel like they might. Let's start with the Dismember then. They didn't. Okay, cool. How much do we care about the Ocelot Pride? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They go land. Let's take a turn off. Let's see. See if this pays off. We do find the Broodscale. So we can Ballista, kill the Ocelot Pride if we want. They only have 2 cards in hand. Yeah, I'm just gonna Ballista. Then we'll just pass. I don't think we have to ping it now. We can always like block sack. Alright, well, now we have to do it. They have another Ajani. Get him for 4. They're probably just holding up removal for Broodscale and we're just dead. So let's cast Fleshraker. We're most likely dead though. I'm assuming they just have removal here. Cast Broodscale. They've been sitting on these 2 cards for a while. So we win next turn if they do absolutely nothing and we survive. But they have the discharge, right? I feel like they could have just won if they discharged whatever, but I guess they don't have a 1-drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go to 1. Static Prison on Fleshraker into Ocelot Pride. This is definitely an unfavored matchup. Go to 1. Haywire Might. Get Blade. Rumble. Yeah, nothing there. Damn. Match 2 on the play. This hand sucks. All the mulligans this league. We will keep this hand though. Keep. Go back a Saga. Go Temple. Go. Yeah, I know we mulligan a lot on this channel, but this is a little ridiculous, huh? Windswept Heath. This is energy again. That's what it looks like. Back-to-back unfavorable matchups. We do have the Chrysalis, which is supposed to help this matchup. We'll see. Go Temple. Go. They do have the Guide. We'll kill 1. Kill 1 Guide. Definitely want both of these. It's a green source and it's a Blade. Even though we do have the Saga, I think that's okay. They keep a 1-lander. Start with a Forest, so that way we can Ancient Stirrings. Find nothing. So we can take Grove for that red source for Chrysalis. That's a play. But I do want to get Saga going. Let's take Fleshraker. So we can just cast that now. If they want to use removal on it, that's fine. No, they find the Pride. Alright, we're definitely going to ping this next turn. Another Blade. Pretty poor draws. Started off really well with the K command and then this. Cast Ballista. X equals 2. Get our pings on. We can cast a Blade. That's free. We can actually cast both Blades. Cast Blade. And if we were to equip this to Ballista, we could just like ping them down a lot. Ping them once. Oh, wait, why'd I do that? We should have just equipped first. That's my bad. Oh man, yeah, I'm totally messing this up. Alright, we'll equip now. Totally messed that up. That's my bad. Alright, we'll pass. Yeah, so you want to equip first and then machine gun them down. Now they have the Static Prison for Fleshraker? For Ballista. Alright, we'll just kill a cat. I mean, it ended up working out just the same, but now we'll just pass. They still have 1 land. Oh, we draw Broodscale. That's nice. Okay, well, let's just win then, huh? Cast Broodscale. Okay, cool. Nice top deck. So apparently we can only win if our opponent keeps a 1-lander and does nothing. So we're going to sideboard the same way we did before. Dismembers in, Fleshraker out, probably Needle in. Because again, Bombardment and Ajani just kind of win the game on their own. But if that's the case too, maybe we do bring in Thieves for Ajani flipped and Goblin Bombardment. Maybe take out all the Fleshrakers because they just die so quickly. Let's try that. Alright, we'll keep this hand. It has Rumble to find something with all this mana and then Chrysalis payoff. Another land is terrible. Go Temple. Definitely don't want to draw any more lands. This is kind of ridiculous. We're going to Surveil. Land to the yard. Shockin' Sacred Foundry for Ajani. Draw Soul Guide Lantern. So let's just Rumble here. Next turn we can Chrysalis or something. We'll take Thief. So Thief can hit the flipped Ajani or Bombardment. They get him for 3. See what their follow-up play is. Maybe a Flage. Just a Plains. It's another Ajani. Okay. So Thief will be good here to flip to eat the other Ajani. And what's nice about that is that means we can just play Urza's Saga and we don't have to play Chrysalis out. So it's interesting they did that when they know about this. So we could Ancient Stirrings here. I want to get Saga going though. Let's cast Thief, eat Ajani. And I guess we'll use our mana just to get Soul Guide out there. Like you could save this for when they cast Flage, but we can always just dump it. We'll just pass. So this brick walls all their cats at least. And they can't Galvanic Discharge it. They might just swing with everything and then kill it afterward. So Stirrings is going to be looking for a Broodscale or K command. Yeah, most likely they get in and kill this afterward. And if they're killing this, they're not using kill spells on our other stuff. They will get to draw a card, which is annoying, but yeah, here we go. Makes sense. They do nothing. They have 3 mana and they do nothing. I guess they have a lot of interactive spells. So we might just cast Chrysalis here. Let's just do that. Take a damage. We can hold up Dismember. And this is just annoying for them to deal with. They crack, probably get another Surveil land. They keep it on top. We're at 12 too, so Dismember's gonna bring us down to 8 if we have to use it. Monumental Henge, Flage. Are they just gonna target us? They target Chrysalis. Let's pump it once. Are they gonna discharge it? They don't. Oh, so they attack in. Okay. So we could take 4. Let's block 3, 4, 5. We'll block like this, and then we'll just save. I guess it doesn't really matter that we double block like that, but see if they have a removal spell. They get rid of all our mana. That's it. Static Prison. And again, if they're using it on this, it's not like the biggest deal. Exile their Flage, draw Grove. Man, just make a construct, I guess. We could get a Haywire Might for Static Prison. They use so much for it. Blade is like the higher upside with Ancient Stirrings, but then we also have no payoff. Let's do that. We can sell Ancient Stirrings here. Find the Broodscale, find the Kozilek's Command. We'll take the K command. Kind of on a control plan now. So what sucks about getting this back, which I guess I should have thought harder, is it's only when you cast it, you get some good stuff. So that was kind of dumb to do that. Should have just got the Blade. But then again, we don't have to pay off, but this is still like a nice blocker. Next turn, we have Temple, Kozilek's Command to find everything. But we definitely should have gotten the Blade there. Guide to another Flage. Yeah, so they kill Chrysalis. I mean, it's saving us life. We gained life, which is nice too. So it's not like the worst play, but I think getting Blade would have been better, like overall. Another K command's huge. So we'll chill. We're actually just going to end step K command and just look for the combo here. We're not even going to worry about their board, I don't think. And this is a pretty telegraphed K command. See if they give this flying. They do. 4, take 5. Maybe just take 4, go to 10. I think I'm going to be patient here. All right, they just do nothing else. Let's look for the combo. X equals 5. They have Monumental Henge they can do end of turn. We find Soul Cauldron, Broodscale, so bottom. Saga's like a slow blade. Like Soul Cauldron could eat Flage. That's about it. I was going to say bottom to that and then top this. Another land, not very good. And they're most likely going to Henge end of turn. Play the Grove, and I guess we pass. I kind of regret taking 4 now. They didn't do anything end of turn. That's kind of weird. They get in with both. I guess we have to do this now. So now we took an extra 4 by being like a little too patient. I'm just going to chump there. I'm not even going to block sack because I want them to do something. They're just not doing anything. All right, we're going to do it again. They definitely have like a million removal spells in hand. And what sucks is we're not drawing anything like of pressure. So there's Blade, Dismember. Let's put the lands to the bottom. Springleaf, no. Temple, no. Beseiju, no. Dismember, I think we're at too low of a life total. We can double Chrysalis. Bottom that. Let's just triple top that. Play the Forest. And we're going to not lose life. Try so hard not to lose life. I think we need to do some alternate win con stuff. Make some huge Chrysali. So you're going to get pinged down to 1. Oh, just kidding. Wait, didn't I top that? I guess I didn't. Cast Broodscale. Cast Blade. They're going to try to kill this at some point. I think I sequenced that wrong too. I thought I got both Chrysalises and then we would have cast both. So that's kind of weird, right? So let's equip. See if they want to kill it on the equip. They could also have Wrath Disguise. Is this just like Wear Tear or something? That's fine. I don't know. This is a weird game. I definitely think we're missequencing a lot though, which sucks. Play land. They crack it immediately. So they could wipe the whole board if they want, which I guess would be annoying. Fetch it and do nothing. Here's the other Chrysalis. I thought we went double Chrysalis, so that's the weird thing. So I'll play the other Chrysalis. Again, if they have a board wipe, like it's going to be tough for us to beat anyway. Let's attack. I guess we could have attacked with Broodscale too. They just block. They chump. All right, we'll just pass. Yeah, we should have attacked with Broodscale. Looks like they have another March. Fraben Charm. They're getting rid of my graveyard. They must be afraid of Emrakul. Interesting. So yeah, their hand is just all sideboard reactive cards. But now they do get to bring back Flage. Okay. So as long as they don't have Arena, but they do have Flage now, which is annoying. And I guess we're dead to Flage if we don't draw anything. 10, 11. They should just hit, yeah, they hit our face. They have no cards in hand. So we have 11, 12, 13, 26. They have to chump. It's okay if we go down life here. We're going to adapt. So we should have definitely gotten in. It would have made the math a lot easier. We've also been giving them life. Oh, we draw another one. Okay. Green. Cast the third one. Always yield. So we're going to have a million mana and nothing to do with it, unfortunately. We're just pumping these up. Keep going, keep going. 11 mana, 12 mana. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Attack with all. They go down to 7. We're at 1. They have 1 turn. What do they draw? A land! Uh-oh. They're going to Monumental Henge. They could still draw a Flage. Oh no. Don't draw a Flage. A Johnny. Okay. That's good enough. Nice. All right. Match 3 on the play. We can try this hand. It's not the most exciting, but it does have a Temple for a K command. Turn 1. We'll go Ancient Stirrings turn 1 because we already know we have Fleshraker, so we can actually just start looking for... So we'll go Stirrings turn 1 to find a Blade and a Broodscale. Still take the Broodscale. Pass the turn. Next turn, we're actually probably going to go Fleshraker because that's a must kill, and then we can start pinging with these maybe. But they go Thoughtseize. That sucks. Our hand's pretty solid overall. It's really annoying for them, actually. So like they probably take K command because that'll kill their frog if they have that, but then they have to deal with like Soul Cauldron eating their graveyard. This is a really annoying hand for them. We just want to draw some lands though. Temples are the best draws. They end up taking Soul Cauldron, interesting. So that might tell a little bit about their hand that they value their graveyard. Draw Saga. So let's play Temple, like I said, let's play Fleshraker out. Because next turns we can go Saga into this and we can spend the turn pinging them. See if they have a frog here. Another Thoughtseize, okay. So now they're going to take K command, right? They take Broodscale. They're just afraid of the combo. Draw Grove. Let's play Saga out. Get him for 2. It's tempting if they fetch here. Do we Kozilek's command? I think I'm going to. They didn't have a frog last turn. I think they would have slammed it, but that would mean if they had a frog, they would have had force. They might have force here, which is a reason to wait, but we'll see. They don't. Okay. Chrysalis. Chrysalis could be good if they had a frog or like a flyer to chump, I guess. Kind of want both, I think. I think just like more stuff to deal with. We'll put Chrysalis second though. Ping them a bunch. Down to 9. They get sewers, so they don't have force. They might still have frog. They bottom a snare, which is nice, or they bin a snare. Snare's obviously very good against our deck. They go Gloomlake Verge, Preordain. They bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. They could make a decently sized Murktide. Yeah, it's a 7/7. So we're gonna have to like ping them out then, I guess. That's the only way. So let's start with the Grove. I guess, yeah, I mean, it's kind of annoying that we're giving them life, right? But I think like we're gonna give them life, but we're gonna, it sounds like crazy, but we're gonna give life and then we're gonna take life. So we're gonna ping them for 1 additional, even though we just gave them 2. And then we also get a Chrysalis. So they can't attack in unless they have something else. Subtlety. Interesting. Do we want this Chrysalis again? That's the question. I'll say bottom. We do get the spawn tokens. Play Haywire Might. Can't attack in. I'll just pass. Yeah, that subtlety was really clutch there. Could argue maybe keeping it so that way we can keep Murktide in check. But if they're attacking, they're just dead. Unless they have a chump blocker. Go to 13. Oh, that skipped through my... Oh, that's annoying. That just skipped through my entire thing. Now we don't have a construct. That's brutal. Get a Blade. Play Saga. Yeah, we'd be swinging in for a bunch. But I'm assuming they have something, right? Play Soul God Lantern. Yeah, like they wouldn't attack if they were expecting us to make the construct. That's where I'm confused. They might have like a bounce. Guess we'll equip. I mean, I guess we attack. What do they have? Like a bounce spell, maybe? I'm so mad we didn't get to make that construct. Bowmasters, okay. That like kind of threw the game there. I'm assuming they're just going to ping this and then chump this. Maybe we should have sacked Soul God Lantern first also. So a couple mistakes there. They're just going to ping Fleshraker. Go to blocks, sacrifice, draw a card, which we should have done. And land. Oh, well, see, no, I'm making so many mistakes. Okay, I'm like so focused on this now. So obviously you draw before Bowmasters comes in. Now they ping again, right? Oh, they ping me instead. Yeah, totally messed that up. All right, I'm just going to hold this land like it's something. But again, in theory, they should be more dead because they would have had to chump a construct. Okay, and they concede anyway. But yeah, definitely we skipped through the end step. We didn't draw with Bowmasters on the stack. 2 mistakes. All right, against Frogtide, we want Veils, Dismembers. We can take out Haywire Might, take out a Blade. Definitely want all this. So we got like 1 Chrysalis, 1 Ballista. Or 2 Ballista. I like the Chrysalis just for the cast, and they chump well, they block well. We'll try that. Game 2, and this is an easy mulligan. Just a Boseiju. This hand sucks too, but we'll probably put back the Ballista. Could put back a land, but we definitely want to keep the lands, try to find something else with Stirrings. We do have the Veil for whenever we eventually... Temple's a pretty good draw. Let's still start with Ancient Stirrings. Fine, K command. So we do want to get Saga going shortly. Maybe we actually do it next turn, because they're like not doing anything. They've been a sync. Blade. Let's go Saga. And what's nice about drawing the Blade is that it makes the constructs bigger. They're fetching. Do we counter this? Consign. Yeah, why not? You actually don't have to because we have the Saga, I guess. Nah, maybe we just like let that go actually. Unless they have like a Harbinger, then we're gonna feel bad, but it doesn't look like they do. Yeah, I probably should have just let that go, honestly. Maybe they tap out and we can just Broodscale. I'd love to draw like Cavern of Souls, Rumble. Alright, we'll just go Temple Pass, we can make a construct, we can Kozilek's command. Yeah, kind of regretting that. They Surveil. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe they have a big Murktide with Consign backup. Frog. Let's make a construct. Assuming they have Counterspell, like you want to get out of their hand, I guess. Another Temple. Let's float. We'll get a Soul God Lantern. Unless they consign this. They don't. Play Temple. Let's just start with a Broodscale, see if that eats a counter. We did tap out of green, so they know we don't have Veil. consign. Okay. Let's do this now. If they have a third consign, good for them. Cavern, ancient. A little late for the cavern. We could always draw it and keep something. Yeah, I guess we do keep both. Frog dies, which is nice. They just had the push anyway. Okay. All right, we're gonna sacrifice this now. So we have Rumble, we have Ancient Stirrings, pretty good. Nice slew of cards. Let's start with Ancient Stirrings first, see if they want to counter this, and then we can Rumble. They don't. We draw nothing good. Soul Cauldron, it's something that they have to counter. Let's go Forest here, Rumble. If they didn't counter the Stirrings, I can't see them countering this unless they have the Spell Snare. But now they're considering to counter this. Wow, okay. Don't mind that. I feel like they definitely have like a Murktide in hand though, because they're trying to like fill the yard, it looks like, just countering whatever. They go top, bottom, Thoughtseize, take the Soul Cauldron. Wasn't going to resolve anyway. Fleshraker. Play that. We will play out the Fleshraker. No follow-ups, unfortunately. Just equip and pass. If we draw Broodscale, we win. Just like anything that's not a land to help trigger Fleshraker. They play an island. Do they just have a Murktide? Meathook Massacre. Draw a Temple. Oh, man. This is like a one of too. That sucks. It's kind of like counters our deck because we ping. Oof. Okay. We'll just play this out. Doesn't matter. Tameo. Dismember that. Do they have the counterspell? Oof. Okay. Not looking good for us. We are flooding hard. Another Fleshraker. See if we can actually draw some colorless spells. They do get to get in and draw a card. And they're gonna flip Tameo. Land. Oh, okay. That's definitely the best draw possible. We get our one of here. Good for us. Cast Emrakul. Trigger Fleshraker. Super lucky top deck, huh? The one of. Uncounterable. Trigger Fleshraker. Guess we attack for 2. I guess they could have Bowmasters also. Damn, they just concede without even letting us see their hand. Ooh, super lucky top deck. Match 4 on the draw, and it looks like we're up against Control again, which is kind of boring, but we'll keep this hand. It has the combo, Saga, Temple, Scalding Tarn, Caverns, pretty good draw. We don't have green mana for this, so we can cast an uncounterable Broodscale. They keep it on top. Probably a frog. Kind of cold to a frog here, which sucks. Oh, tap land, okay. Kozak's Command. So we can get Saga going, or we can just cast a Broodscale. I don't want to cast Broodscale into just like open Fatal Push mana. Let's just go Saga and pass. If they want to Fatal Push the tokens, that's fine. Could be Consider also. They shock that in. It is a frog. Draw another Blade. Do we just try to kill the frog now with 1 mana open? But they probably have like Force too, right? Yeah, I think we just chill. We'll make a construct. We can chump. We'll probably make the construct. They'll push it and then get in anyway. But I mean, we're getting the push out of their hand for Broodscale. It's just like annoying for them. They could also just pump it. It looks like they have the push. So they do go to blocks. They were considering something, but now they're going to discard Bowmasters. Okay. And this is fine. Go to end turn. Another Kozak's Command. I kind of just want to keep making constructs, honestly. Because we'll get a Soul Guide Lantern here. And again, they definitely have like something like push or get Soul Guide. Either Bowmasters. We can go another Saga. We can just be on like the beatdown plan. We don't have to do anything fancy. This is just annoying in itself. And play another Blade, make this larger. So now if they want to kill the construct, they have to pitch 2 cards. Oh, the Archmage Charm. Interesting. They draw 2. They could have potentially stolen this if they wanted to, but I guess maybe drawing 2 is better there. Because now they can pitch a couple cards. They do get in. I'm still going to chump. Like, they have the cards to discard. We could be letting them get in and then swinging back, but like they have Bowmasters to chump for days. We're looking more to combo off here. They pitch a land. Go to 4. Thoughtseize. Okay. So they do see double Kozak's Command, but they most likely have a counterspell up. They do take the Broodscale. 1, 2, 3 into a baby Murktide that we could have stopped with Soul Guide, but I guess whatever. Yeah, I guess maybe we should have done that. It's hard to say. So the question is, do they have the Force negation? Start with Ancient Stirrings. Find Kozak's Command. Number 3. Do they have the Force? I feel like they do. Damn. Okay. Yeah, it's tough if they have protection, like kind of a little bit of everything. They get in for at least 9. They find a land. Another frog. All right, we'll float. I'm assuming we're just dead if they just have counters plus this really good draw here. Because like we have good draws and K commands and all this stuff, but not really getting there. Like maybe we don't make as many constructs, it's hard to say. But then they have like the pushes, the spell snares. Let's get a Haywire Might. Save some life maybe. I guess we'll just do it again. Try to exile Frog. Assuming their last card is a counterspell. Wow. Bottom. Draw Chrysalis. 5, 6. I mean, I guess we're dead in a couple of turns because of Murktide. We have to play out the Chrysalis. Maybe we take that land there? I don't know. They fetch, probably for another Surveil land. Yeah, so if we take the forest, play that, and then rumble, maybe we're better off. And we didn't do this, so now they can do this in response. We waited. But they could do this at any time, so it doesn't really matter. So I get in for 6, 7, 8, 9 maybe. They pitch a spell snare. Oh, yeah, we're just dead. Wow, they had shoot the share. Yeah, that's pretty good draws for them. They could just kill whatever we play anyway. So now this goes up to 8, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to just eat our own blade. Gain 2 life. So we're dead unless we draw, I guess. I don't even think we can win even with Broodscale here. We don't have enough mana. Yeah, we're just short on mana now. Cast Rumble. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, their draws are really good. Not really beating this like that. Pretty rough. Dismember. Veils again. Taking out Might. Blade. Even Drum. I don't really like Drum either. I'm gonna try that. Alright, on the play. I guess it's okay. Like turn 1, Grove. Turn 2, Rumble. It's like fine, acceptable, not the most exciting. What sucks is that they bring in 4, like this matchup gets way harder post-board, because now they just have 4 consigns, harbingers, they bring in like 10 cards. So the fact that we got like kind of unlucky and lost the first match. So I'm playing Rumble over Cauldron, because I kind of want this to resolve. I don't mind baiting with this. But if they just go like Frog into Force Negation, then even if they just go Frog, nothing, and then we land Cauldron, they're not going to really care too much. They just pass. They could have Bowmasters, which is annoying. Consign. Oh, so they don't want us to make constructs. That's fine. Let's get down and install Cauldron. See if they have another Consign or Spell Snare. Because these are definitely the 2 best cards against this deck. I land Consign now. They Surveil. I don't think they're not running Unearth, so it's fine to just tap now. You could always wait, but they did keep a card on top. It is a Frog. Yeah, without Dismember, Frog just kind of runs us over. So we'll float. We can't make constructs because they consigned it. Get a blade. I guess we just cast the Broodscale. Can't do much. We have no creatures to put a counter on it. Oh, wait a second. We have Walking... Oh my gosh. No. Okay, but they had to push anyway. But yeah, my bad. We have Walking Ballista. That's my bad. But like we would cast Walking Ballista, go to eat it, and then they just push it. We'll do it again with this one. I like zoned out there. But you definitely want to do it there where they have less mana open. I do get in with Frog. Another Soul Cauldron. Well, that's awkward because now we just have no mana. Cast Broodscale. They have the counterspell. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what it's like facing this deck. We're also stuck on lands too, so we can't double spell, which makes this even more hard. Do not foresee us winning this match, even though we did mess this up, but don't think it was going to matter. And they have the Thoughtseize also. They take Rumble. Get him for 1. Another Broodscale. Like, we're drawing the good cards, but they just have all the counters. If they have absolutely nothing, we win. They have Consign. Into Bowmasters. Man, this is a rough game. But again, these games happen. Like, you're definitely going to run into these games more often than not. Not always going to have, like, the turn 3 nuts. I get in with everything. They have 3 cards in hand. Draw. Finally, our 3rd land on turn 7. Play Fleshraker. Subtlety. Yeah. Just did not work out this game. Alright, welcome to the final match. Let's see if we can pull off the 3-2 here. And we will keep this hand. It has Broodscale. It has Saga, Temple. It's a pretty, like, solid hand, I'd say. Especially game 1. We will lead off. So you could lead off on a Saga. Let's lead off on a Saga here. In the blind on the play, I think it's fine to do that. Because we want to kind of turbo out this combo. So the sooner we can get down Blade, the better it is. We are missing out on constructs if we need it, but should be fine. Blooming Marsh, Young Wolf, Grove. Okay, so we definitely have to be faster than Yawgmoth here. So let's play Temple, play out Fleshraker. And we can do this because next turn we can float, get Blade, and still win all this. I don't want to expose Broodscale to like a Fatal Push. Maybe they tap out. Maybe they just play like a Wall of Roots or something. Haywire Might. Well, that's really annoying. Holy crap. They draw the main deck Haywire Might. Alright, we will do nothing, I guess. They don't attack. We draw Chrysalis. I guess we just get in. They want to chump. I guess they can. I don't know if they want to do that to make this bigger. Doesn't look like it. I'll just play out the Broodscale. Start pinging them a little bit. It does expose it, like I said, to Fatal Push, which is what we didn't want to do, but now that they got rid of our Saga, gotta apply some type of pressure. Next turn we can play out Chrysalis or hold up a Seiju for a Agatha Soul Cauldron. They fetch a Temple Garden. Cauldron Familiar. Ooh. Well, this is worse for us. I think I'd rather play against Yogg. So this is like Cat Combo and Sylvan Safekeeper. So I guess we're not hitting their stuff. We can make them sack lands, I guess. Let's see. Saga is a pretty good draw. We can play Ballista X equals 2. Let's do that. And then we can make them sack lands if they really want. We'll ping Safekeeper. Damn, they just didn't care. And then we can't really attack. Hopefully we don't die in... Damn, they had the Samwise. So they do get to make a food here. I don't know if... Is this infinite? Now they get to bring back... I think it cycles through. They just make an infinitely large carry-on feeder. And we can't interact with that. Damn, they just had the combo. That one Haywire Might, man. And we couldn't Besage you anything. Now they just cycle through this whole thing and ping us to death. Damn, yeah. This is why I said I wish this was Yawgmoth and not this deck. Alright, we'll concede. Against this deck, we want Dismembers, we want Soulless Jailers, Pithing Needle, Grafdigger's Cage, Chrysalis out, Emrakul out, Haywire Might, probably not the greatest. We'll try that. Alright, on the play for game 2. We have a lot of sideboard cards we brought in. We're not going to mulligan this hand, I guess. We just got to hope that they don't have the Haywire Might again. We can go turn 1 Blade, turn 2 Broodscale, play the Blade and go. I'm not sure what their sideboard looks like. If they have Force of Vigor, then we're just kind of SOL. They keep a card on top, draw a Grove. Let's play out Broodscale, pass. Next turn we can just win if they have no interaction. Don't Thoughtseize me. They have a green mana open. Is this like Nature's Claim or something? Fleshraker. This will make them act if they have Dismember, I guess. I mean, I guess we're gonna try it. Cast Ballista. Damn, they did have the Force of Vigor. They pitched Cord. I mean, I guess that's like best case scenario. Get them for 2. See if they want to chomp. So we have another Blade coming in 2 turns. Let's see if we can survive that long. Hopefully they don't have like the Force plus combo. They Surveil. The fact that they had to pitch Cord is good for us, but I'm kind of curious as to what they kept then, because Cord's a really good card. You could assume that they probably have like Sam, but this is their tap white source. Birthing Ritual. Alright, let's see what they find. We have the Besage for this. Hopefully they don't find anything too important. They find Voice of Victory. Interesting. Ancient Stirrings. Start with that. Find a Blade. Cast Blade. And we just win here. Trigger. Always yield, always yes. And then just ping the death. They get a turn 4, we get a turn 4. Okay, Voice of Victory is interesting. Just 2 combo decks doing their thing. Nature's Claim. I kind of want Nature's Claim now. I forgot that they have Birthing Ritual. Maybe we'll take Nature's Claim over Veil of Summer. Is there anything else we'd want? Pithing Needle's still good. Soul Guide's still good. Alright, this is a 1-lander. And no green for this. We do have the Soulless Jailer and Dismember, which is nice, but we got a mulligan. We will keep this. It sucks that we don't have any sideboard cards. Keep. Go back Cavern. We have Stirrings to find Broodscale. They skip to their second main. We definitely... Oh, they have Thoughtseize. Ugh. I was going to say, we don't want to go Saga into Blade because then they can just Force a Vigor us. They do take the Blade, which is annoying. Dismember. I mean, I guess we're going to play Saga and just get it going. They could always force this too if they want. We have Dismember for Sam if they play that. That's what I would love. I would love if they played Samwise here. Just the cat. Into Gilded Goose. Alright, we're going to save Dismember. We draw the Blade anyway. I do not want to cast this right now, though. Let's start with the Stirrings. We find Fleshraker and Urza's Saga. I guess we take the Fleshraker. Pretty medium hits, but we'll just pass. Hold up, Dismember, avoid getting Force of Vigored out here. Damn, they have the Birthing Ritual, too. They're just, like, not playing into this Dismember. Or their hand just doesn't line up poorly against Dismember, which sucks. So I guess, again, we have to wait until they hopefully Ritual into Sam, maybe? They don't even attack. Okay. Not that they need to because they're a combo deck, so checks out. But they're definitely going to sack Cauldron. See what they find. They find Visir Seer. I feel like I don't care about that. I don't know. It can be annoying. We're drawing just awful here. Another land. So we can Needle. Let's just get Cage, actually. Get Cage. As long as they don't have Force of Vigor. I think we just have to play this out. Like, we can't just hold up Dismember forever. This stops Birthing Ritual and everything. Wall of Roots, Young Wolf. Okay, cool. So they're going to play out their stuff. They can sacrifice stuff to scry, but they can't Birthing Ritual now. So now it's on us to find the win con. All right, they do sack Young Wolf, maybe just to put a counter on it, but it doesn't do anything because of Cage. Another land. That is pretty brutal. Forest. Go Blade. I'm still going to hold up Dismember, and then we just pass. So as long as we can dodge removal on Cage, we have like all the time in the world. And then if they ever sack anything, Blade triggers and pumps this. All right, they just pass. Nature's Claim. Okay. Go Forest. 1, 2, 3. Actually, let's just... I just don't want to tap out of either of these. Let's play Ballista. I am going to tap out of Nature's Claim, but still keep up Dismember. I can move this here, which will put a counter on this. And now I can ping this, which will put a counter on this, and then I can just machine gun everything. So we want to decrease their creature count so that way they can't cord for something for this. They're scrying and they're taking their time. They do keep it on top. That's not good. Let's attack. They block there. So I guess they don't care about their creatures, maybe? They float a green. They make a food token. We'll just crack that and kill the goose. Alright, so what is on top? What did they keep on top? We tapped out of everything. Path to Exile, that is something to keep on top. If anything, that's like the best case scenario, actually. And we're definitely going to ping them so that way this doesn't get exiled so we can cauldron it if we need to. So if that's what they kept on top, then we're fine with that. And that's what it looks like. Come on, something. My god. Land. They have 6 life here too, which is annoying. We just need literally anything. We just have to close the game out before they find something. Get them for 3. Wow, and they just concede. I feel like they could get some life here and take a couple turns. Let's see. Okay, never mind. We draw Broodscale. So we'd win next turn, pending they don't have anything. We were finally drawing some good stuff after all this, so that's good. Alright, so that was Gruul Eldrazi Broodscale combo in Modern. So that league definitely had some ups and downs. It showed why sequencing is very important, especially with this deck. You definitely want to figure out if you have enough mana to combo off, if you're missing any combo pieces, or if you're trying to keep those combo pieces in hand until you go off. I think another important element to note is when to make constructs. So in that league, sometimes we made constructs and maybe we should have held up mana or cast Kozilek's Command. There's a lot of plays you can make with this deck. So knowing when to just go for the combo or when you kind of have to turn into that mid-range deck, that could be the tough part. So what do we think about Writhing Chrysalis? I thought it was like a nice mid-range pair together between ramping, digging, and that combo aspect. It was something to do in between all those turns. It was a nice main deck hit against Boros Energy. It did end up winning us the game, but then it was medium against other draws. It's just kind of like a fine in-between card. It was nice that we made our opponents have to deal with it. The reach was good against Murktide, and then just being a body, they had to kill it with Galvanic Discharge, Static Prison, and it's nice if they have to use their kill spells on Chrysalis, so not killing Fleshraker or Broodscale. Overall, I liked having some of them. I don't know if I want the complete set moving forward, but I think like 1 to 2, 2 to 3 might be the right number. But overall, I'd say this is a really strong deck, and I'm excited to keep testing with different cards. But that'll do it for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more Eldrazi Broodscale content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Peace.